Constitution guarantees as many freedoms and rights that some might have forgotten about.
But one group is trying to change that with a new focus.
3 News Now reporter Corinne Hefuda looks at what they're doing to raise awareness about one amendment. Corinne?
That's right. The First Amendment lists rights and freedoms that Americans have, but without knowing them, you cannot exercise them.
First Amendment?
Yes.
Oh.
I can't even think about it. Matter of fact, I do not. Freedom of speech, I guess, right?
Right. That's part of it. But most people we met today couldn't tell us all of their First Amendment rights.
There are 5 freedoms guaranteed within our First Amendment. You have freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom to peaceably assemble, freedom of religion, and freedom to petition our government. A
poll study done by Annenberg found that 37% of those surveyed had not a clue what their freedoms were. That's when the Nebraska Broadcasters Association started the F1rst campaign. The campaign was proposed in 2018.
So that's why we thought it was the right time to remind people we do have a First Amendment that guarantees these 5 freedoms. If we can get this campaign out on the airwaves and in newspapers and on websites and social media, hopefully we can raise people's attention and interest enough where they'll go back and say, oh, you know, I probably haven't thought about the First Amendment since a civics class or a college course.
Since the start of the campaign, it's gained online traction from hundreds of thousands. So much that last week, the Nebraska Broadcasters Association announced 28 other states are joining them on this campaign to raise awareness.
We do think it's important that all generations have an increased understanding of this, but especially starting with youth today, and whether it's material they get late in their elementary school, middle school, high school, college courses they may take.
Jim Tim of Nebraska Broadcasters Association says it's especially important that young people learn about their freedoms, since they will determine the future of this country. You can find out more information about this group's campaign on our website. In studio, Corinne Hefuda, 3 News Now this morning.